ever truly trained.
Right. A lot. A
lot
lot.
of them.
And if they did train, it was a long fucking time ago. A lot of the guys going in there with big fat guts, and they just...
How many times have you called fights in all the years you've been calling fights and been saying, he's out, he's out, he's out, stop the fight, stop the fight, stop the fight?
I wonder if you're so close to it that you don't see it as well.
That's not an excuse.
It's not an
right?
excuse.
Because,
No.
you know, you've trained for so many years in martial arts, right? You know when somebody's unconscious from a choke. You know when a joint's getting destroyed. You know,
Yes.
you've been around it enough. You've trained high level enough where you see it. You know, you can see their stomach where it's going in and out really hard. You know they're unconscious, right? Where referees look at somebody and their eyes are wide open. Well, his eyes are open, so he must be conscious. You're a moron.
Yeah, you don't understand.
Right?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on forcing tap outs, like if a guy gets his arm broken? Like, that's a controversial thing. Like if stopping a fight.
What do you think about Tim Sylvia and Frank Mir?
Yeah.
You know, Tim got his forearm
That was a
snapped.
crazy one, because in that one I kind of agree with Herb, because it wasn't an elbow. It was the middle of the arm.
Right, both forearm bones went at the same time. And so I didn't see that angle, right? Tim's back was to us in the corner. And Herb stops it, and Tim gets up and he's like, what the you know, doing a great acting job. Yeah. Right? Tim, you know, for whatever reason, was able to pull that off. I mean, that's not a pleasant feeling, obviously, having your arm snap in half. And Tim gets up and he's like yelling at Herb. I go in, I start yelling at Herb, and Herb's like, Pat, I swear to God, his arm is broken. He's, please. And then I see the replay on the big screen, and I go, all right, Herb, all right.
Well, I remember the crowd was booing, and then we played the replay back, and I'm like, watch it right here, snap, and you hear everybody go, oh!
Yeah, and then I told Tim, I go, wave to the crowd when we walk out of the cage with
Ja. Hallo? Ja. Ja, klaar. Jagen.
with your broken arm. So Tim goes like
Jesus
this and
Christ.
waves. And then we got backstage, and the doctor looked at it, and I go, how bad is it? And he goes, oh, it fucking hurts. This hurts. Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
So the doctor that did the
the
doctor that did it was a good friend of mine, orthopedic guy, who I trained for many years. He was a bull rider at one time, and then became an orthopedic surgeon, and then trained with me in kickboxing. Right, tough guy, tough dude from Texas.
I would imagine.
And he goes, I've never had to order plates for a tibia bone to replace to put somebody's forearm bones back together. He goes, they're as big as the normal human's tibia.
Oh yeah, Tim's a giant.
His bones were massive. He goes, they don't even make. I had to use tibia plates.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did that heal 100%?
Yeah.
Because it took a long time though, right? Like he really struggled with that.
Right.
That was, I remember him saying thank you to Herb Dean for saving his career.
Yeah.
Because you know, if you let him go on and that thing got thrashed,
hanging down here,
or
and
especially
everything
if it goes, once it breaks through the skin, that becomes a giant issue for infection.
Absolutely.
All kinds of. Here it is right here. Jamie pulled it up. Frank Mir, that motherfucker has broken more arms. They're not showing it right here. Oh, it's just not.
It was right on the cup.
Here's the replay. Yeah,
Right
that's another thing about metal cups. That's a weird little loophole. Here it is. That's a weird angle too. Look at that.
Crunch.
Pop.
Yeah.
Ooh, daddy. That's a weird angle.
That was ugly.
Those metal cups, man. That's a weird still loophole. Like you could still wear those tie cups. Those
I
steel
think you
cups.
should be able to.
But you're kicking metal. And it's also a crazy fulcrum. If you got a guy in an arm bar, you got a fucking metal rod there.
I like it though. I'm
sure you do.
But the thing with what the old timers that taught me in K1 and Muay Thai was you take those metal cups and you take sheet metal screws from the inside out,
Jesus.
and you put the sheet metal screws through and then back them back out so there's raised edges everywhere on it, right? So you wear that so if they knee you or kick you in the groin, it shreds their meat up on their knee or their foot. Right. So that's what the old Thai fighters would do. That's the way they would do their cups. So that's how I started doing it. So if they're going to low blow me, they're going to shred their freaking leg out.
The problem with that is it also works if you get a guy and you mount him and you drive that thing into his sternum. Then you've got like barbs. You're shoving into his sternum.
Hello?
That seems like a weapon. Seems a little bit like a little cheating.
There was a couple other guys that did that back in the day, especially the Chicago circuit, because I was fighting kickboxing in Chicago a lot.
Was Chicago like a rougher circuit?
Dude, it was, they would do K1 rules, Muay Thai, and then I started in the PKC style originally, and I hated it because it was, you know, the light tree, like the dragsters. The old PKC was you get one kick in, one lights. And you had to,
PKC, is that like PKA?
Yeah, basically. It was all the same
kind
stuff.
Of shit, like
right?
above the waist kickboxing?
Yeah, with the silk pants and all the bullshit.
Those are great.
Oh,
the
God,
boots,
it was brutal.
those foam boots on.
So when I started, I wasn't flexible, right? I was a wrestler. Right. You know, who had some boxing experience, and the reason they did that was so boxers wouldn't come in and destroy everybody. Right. So the karate guys could survive and do pretty well.
Yeah.
So just having to get the allotted 8 kicks per round, I hated it because it was all kick above the waist. I wasn't that flexible. I was pretty shitty at kicks when I first started, right? So it was just a waste of time. And then I ran into the Muay Thai thing and the K1 rules fights, and I went, this is my thing. I can kick them in the legs. Thank God.
Well, I remember the first time I got kicked in the leg, I was like, oh, this is such a game changer. Because in Taekwondo, it was like, it was illegal. It was illegal to kick below the waist, and it was legal to punch in the face. So it was great for learning dexterity of the legs. But the moment I started training with Thai guys, and I got kicked just once, I went, oh, you should do this. This should be the thing. I was like, oh my God.
It's so painful.
Well, it's weird. It's not just painful. It's like your leg goes dead. It's this weird feeling. You're like, oh, Christ. It's so effective. And also that you could do it from such a close range.
Right.
You know?
They can be in a clinch and blast somebody in the leg and hurt them, right? So the worst experience of my life sparring was Arthur Mariano Souza. He was the guy in the old IVCs in Brazil that laid Vanderlei Silva's eye wide open and all the meat was hanging down past his eye. That was Arthur Mariano Souza. And he was
remember that guy.
Great striker, trained in Holland for a lot of years, and he would come up with Amri Batesh and live with me when Batesh was the elite guy on the planet grappling, right? So we had the best of both worlds. We had a wicked striker and one of the best grapplers in the world, and he'd come up and we'd just train hard, right? For 6-8 weeks at a time. And Arthur started low kicking the shit out of everybody in my gym. We weren't great Muay Thai guys at that time. But the experience of watching, he started, that's the thing, he started getting to the back leg, right? He could throw the cross and step outside and come back and just tap you in the same spot over and over on your back leg. And you're always taking your weight off that leg, off the cross. Right. Your weight goes on it, then it comes back off of it as you're stepping right when the kick hits. So it's like Jello, your quad's Jello. And just cut right to the femur bone every time. And he kicked me like 3 times in a row in the exact same spot. And I winced and went, and he goes, Patch, you know, with a Brazilian accent. He's like, Patch, I don't kick you in that leg anymore. And I go, no, dude, I need to learn the hard way. I need to learn the hard way. So he's like, all right, cross, low kick, fall down balling. He had Jens Pulver jumping like this, like a monkey. He was so afraid of his low kicks.
And then you're fucked for days afterwards.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to get kicked there for
funky when you try to train. You're all jacked up. Yeah, it's an amazing skill that the Thais really figured out how to do it right. I mean, Kyokushin obviously had it. A lot of martial arts had it, but man, the Thais figured it out. They really. It's kind of crazy when you think about this one small island, this one small country, and they, because of gambling and because they had all those fights, and they just figured out a totally different method of training, a totally different method of fighting. Pretty impressive.
When you think about the history of Thai fighting between the Laotians and the Thais during times of peace, the soldiers would fight each other and all that sort of stuff. Just a bunch of scary people, and they're the nicest people in the world.
The nicest people.
You couldn't meet any nicer people who would completely wreck you.
It's so weird because, like, when you meet Thais, especially even Thai fighters, they're so friendly. They're so friendly and humble and warm, and then when you watch them fight, you're like, Jesus. It's kind of crazy.
My Muay Thai coach, a guy named Longley, his last name was not Longley, it was a lot longer than that, but he was a stadium champ. He lived in Peoria, Illinois, in the ghetto, and he had a little shitty basement with banana bags and all that sort of stuff. And I found him out of sheer luck. Somebody said, there's this guy in Peoria that was a stadium champion. He's the guy. So I went to see him, and he taught me how to do clinch work. And he was 140 pounds maybe, and he put you in the clinch. All the years of wrestling and everything else didn't matter. I mean, I felt like a dog in a lake with a raccoon hanging on my head.
That's a lot. One thing that people don't realize that aren't real fans of the sport is that Muay Thai is a lot about grappling.
Yeah.
It's a lot about that clinch work. And that's one of the things that I really like Lion Fight above a lot of the other kickboxing organizations is they let those guys work in the clinch and elbows in the clinch. It's again, like we were saying about headbutts, these elements are very effective.
Yeah.
So why remove them?
It's what's tolerable to the politicians and the public and all the other garbage,
knuckle,
right?
Clinch, everything should be there, I think.
Yeah.
I think everything should be there. I think the real issue is the cage. The real issue is the cage, in my opinion, because the cage presents this artificial barrier.
Right.
I mean, I'm beating a dead horse here because I've been saying they should fight on basketball courts. I'm like, if you can have a basketball game in a basketball court, why can't you have a fight
It would certainly
in a
serve a
basketball
striker,
court?
right?
Fuck yeah.
The wrestlers are able to get you against the cage, yank your legs out from underneath you, beat the shit out of you. It is an advantage for the wrestlers.
But it's also an advantage for the wrestlers in that a guy's not going to be able to put his back up against the cage and get back up again.
True.
You know, if a good grappler has you down in the center, you're going to have to earn that stand-up. You're going to have to actually either reverse the position or figure out a real escape, because so many guys are so good at wall walking. And there's so many, and they're also good at defending a submission by keeping one side pressed up against the cage and
can't take their back.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that it's an artificial environment, like the cage, and it's also it's hard to see. Like if you're in the audience, I mean, it's actually better sometimes to be home watching. I
like the boxing rings for fights. I mean, they go through the ropes now and then, whatever, right? But it's a lot better for people at home watching and for the live crowd. There's just not that cage barrier, that focus problem for the eyes and cameras, right?
I agree. I think Bellator actually nailed it with their kickboxing ring, because they put this big circle around it so you can't fall through. Like, remember when Bernard Hopkins fought Joe Smith in his last fight? He went through the ropes and landed on his fucking head. I mean, this is a terrible way for a legend to go out. Like, it's the ropes were loose and he gets clipped while he was already going down. He just goes right through the hole. That's ridiculous that he could fall 4 feet and land on his fucking head like that.
That was the fight where Bernard was talking tons of shit before the fight, right?
Was he talking a lot of shit?
Yeah, he was talking a lot of shit.
Well, it was his last fight, you know. And probably realized. I mean,
Bernard Hopkins was getting his ass kicked by Antoine Eccles, who trained at Pena's boxing gym in Iowa, where I trained. Right? Antoine was scary, dude. He was scary. He got sidetracked and derailed by horrible management. They really screwed his career up. But he was the scariest boxer that I have ever seen and been in the gym with. I mean, that guy he's looking like he's punching at half speed and just crushing people. With 16-ounce sparring gloves on. Just destroying people.
Yeah, I remember Antoine.
Antoine went down to, it was South America, Ecuador, or wherever the hell it was. That was when Norris was fighting Simon Brown.
Terry?
Terry Norris.
Terry Norris or
the smaller one.
Right, yeah, Terry.
Michael Nunn was defending his title there.
Oh, wow.
And Antoine Eccles got on the card because Michael Nunn was the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. He was out of Davenport, Iowa also, where I live.
Right.
So they were doing a bunch of sparring. They were training down there, getting used to the altitude. And Antoine walked into the gym, and he started sparring with 3-time world champions and beating the shit out of all of them. And they go, dude, you need to back off. You need to stop this. And it's a month out from the fight. He doesn't care. He's knocking the shit out of all these 3-time world champs. And they go, and basically what Antoine said to all of them was, if you guys can't handle it, stay out of my ring. Like, I don't care who you are or what your titles are. I'm going to wreck you. So toughen up. I own the ring now, right? That's how good he was.
What do you think about that kind of sparring, though?
I think it's great.
Do you think it's great to just go to war?
I just, you can't, there has to be a limit, obviously.
Because the Thais don't do it like that at all.
Well, here's the thing, though. That's because of the low kicks, the knees, the elbows, all that sort of stuff. But
it's also because they fight a lot.
Right. Yeah, they're fighting every week.
Yeah.
So that's your sparring. But, the thing is, you can't, and I say it a million times, I've said it for years, you can't become a race car driver by going down the highway at 55. You just don't have the reaction time. You're not used to that high speed, that high endurance, everything else that goes on. You have to get used to that, and everything slows down eventually, right? With experience and time, things slow down for you. I can remember when I first started fighting kickboxing, and everything was like a tunnel this big. And all I could hear was me breathing.
Right.
Right?
Just
Didn't
from
hear
nerves
anything
and
else.
adrenaline.
But then later on in my career,
Ja, ten hoor. Ja. Aanvallen. Ik ga.
Klaar.
Commando.
Commando. Ik ga. Ja.
Klaar. Commando. Houthakker.
Klaar. Ja. Oké.
Klaar.
Ja?
Ja. Oké. Ja.
Commando. Ja.
Commando? Oké.
Ja. Klaar. Ja.
Klaar. Ja.
Ja?
Oké. Ja. Oké. Ja. Oké. Ja.
Commando. Ja. Ik ga.
Commando. Oké.
Klaar. Juist. Oké.
Klaar. Commando.
Commando. Houthakker. Ja. Houthakker. Hallo? Ik ga. Juist. Jager. Ook ik jager.
Commander.
Ja.
Po.
Klaar. Ja. Juist.
Ja, oké.
Ja. Juist.
Kom. Oké. Ja. Oké. Ja. Juist.
Klaar. Ja. Juist. Ja. Ik ga. Ja.
Ja.
Dat is
Klaar. Commando. Ja. Oké.
Kom. Ja. Ja. Ik ga. Klaar.
Ja.
Commando. Klaar. Ja. Aanvallen. Ja. Aanvallen. Ja. Commando. Ja. Ik ga aanvallen. Ik ga. Ik ga.
Juist. Hallo?
Ja. Oké. Ik ga. Oké. Ik ga. Ja.
Klaar.
Klaar. Ten oorlog.
Ja.
Commando. Ja. Ten oorlog. Klaar. Commando. Ja. Ja. Ten oorlog.
Klaar. Aanvallen. Oké. Ja.
Ja. Oké. Klaar. Ik ga. Oké.
Ja.
Ik ja. Ten oorlog. Ik ten oorlog.
Commando.
Ja. Ten oorlog. Ja. Klaar. Oké. Ten oorlog. Ja. Commando. Ja. Ja. Commando. Aanvallen. Ja. Ja. Aanvallen.
Ja.
Klaar. Ja. Aanvallen. Klaar. Commando. Ja. Klaar. Commando. Aanvallen. Ja.
Hallo. Klaar. Hallo, Timmer.
Klaar. Commando. Klaar. Ja. Oké. Ik ga. Ja. Ja. Ik ga.
Commando.
Aanvallen.
Hallo? Ja. Juist.
Klaar.
Aanvallen. Commando.
Ik ben gewond. Ik kan me niet bewegen.
Commando. Houthakker.
Ja. Klaar. Commando. Ja.
Ja. Timmerman.
Commando. Ik ga.
Ja. 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 Oké.
Commando. Ik ga. Klaar. Ja. Oh ja. Ja. Aanvallen. Ja. Oh, ik ga. Ja. Ik ga. Klaar. Ten oorlog. Ja. Ja. Ten oorlog. Ja. Commando. Aanvallen. Ja. Oké. Klaar. Aanvallen. Ja. Ja. Commando. Ik aanvallen. Ja. Ten oorlog. Ja. Klaar. Ik ten oorlog. Klaar. Ja. Ten oorlog. Ik ga. Ja. Ja. Oké. Ten oorlog. Klaar. Ten oorlog. Commando. Ja. Oké. Klaar. Ja. Ik ga. Oké. Commando. Ja. Oké. Ja. Ja.
Hallo, houthakker. Klaar. Commando. Houthakker. Klaar.
Klaar. Handelaar. Commando. Houthakker.
Ja, commando. Commando. Ten oorlog aanvallen. Ja, commando. Ja. Klaar. Commando. Ten oorlog. Ja. Klaar. Commando. Ja. Ja, ten oorlog.
Klaar. Hallo? Ja. Klaar. Hallo? Houthakker. Ja. Juist.
Commando.
Hallo? Ja.
Ja. Timmerman. Klaar. Timmerman.
Ja.
Klaar. Oké, ik ga. Ja, ik ga.
Commando. Timmerman. Houthakker.
Klaar. Ja, juist. Ja, juist. Oké.
Klaar. Ik ga. Ja. Commando. Ten oorlog. Oké. Ja. Klaar. Ja. Aanvallen. Commando. Ik ga aanvallen. Commando. Ten oorlog. Klaar. Ja. Commando. Ook ja. Ten oorlog. Oké. Ik ga.
Hallo?
Ja. Commando? Ja, ik ga. Ja, oké.
Hallo?
Ja. Commando?
Commando. Hallo?
Juist. Boer.
Ja.
Klaar. Ja. Commando. Ik aanvallen? Ja. Oké. Ten oorlog. Commando? Ja. Ik ga.
Hallo? Ik doe het. Verzamelaar.
Oké.
Commando? Ja. Ja. Klaar. Ten oorlog. Aanvallen. Commando? Ten oorlog. Ja. Ik ga. Ja. Ten oorlog. Ja. Ja. Oké. Oké. Ten oorlog. Ja. Ja. Aanvallen. Ten aanvallen. Ja. Ja. Aanvallen. Ja. Ja. Ten oorlog. Ja. Commando? Ik ga. Ja. Ja.
Klaar. Ja.
Klaar. Ja. Klaar. Commando. Ja. Oké. Commando. Ik ga. Ja. Ja. Klaar.
Ja, aanvallen. Commando. Ja.
Commando. Ja. Ja. Aanvallen. Ten oorlog.
Klaar. Ten oorlog.
Ja.
Klaar. Ja.
Commando?
Oké.
Ja, juist.
Ten oorlog!
Commando? Ja, juist. Ook juist.
Klaar!
Aanvallen!
Ja.
Je suis blessé! Je peux pas bouger!
Ja.
Oké! Ja, aanvallen!
Klaar. Ja, oké.
Hallo. Juist. Timmerman.
Commandboer.
Oké.
Ja, aanvallen!
Commando. Ik ga. Ja, ik ga.
Klaar! Ten oorlog!
Ja. Ja. Ten oorlog. Ja. Oké. Klaar. Ja, oké. Klaar. Commando?
Ja! Ja!
Commando? Klaar. Commando? Ja. Ik ga. Ja. Ik ga. Ja. Ja.
Klaar! Aanvallen! Commando?
Commando? Ten oorlog.
Klaar. Ik doe het. Ja, oké.
Commando. Handelaar.
Ja. Ja. Ten oorlog.
Ja, aanvallen! Klaar!
Commando? Ja. Ja. Klaar. Ja, ik ga. Ten oorlog. Ja, ook ik ga. Commando?
Ja!
Klaar.
Commando, ja.
Klaar! Oké!
Ja, oké. Ik ga. Oké. Ja.
Ja. Houthakker.
Hallo. Ik houthakker. Verzamelaar. Handelaar.
Commando?
Commando. Klaar. Ja. Ik ga. Ja. Ja.
Klaar! Ja!
Ja. Commando. Oké. Ja. Commando.
Klaar!
Klaar. Ja. Aanvallen.
Ja! Ten oorlog! Commando? Ja! Ja!
Klaar. Ja.
Klaar! Ja!
Kom, hallo. Boerin.
Commando? Oké! Ik ga!
Commando? Ik ga. Ja. 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 Klaar. Aanval. Ten oorlog. Commando? Oké. Ja. Ten oorlog.
Klaar! Ja! Klaar! Commando? Aanvallen!
Ja. Aanvallen. Commando? Ten oorlog.
Klaar! Commando? Ja, oké! Ja! Oké!
Klaar. Hallo. Commando. Ja. Juist.
Klaar! Ja, aanvallen!
Klaar. Ja. Ik ja. Aanvallen.
Ja! Ten oorlog! Commando! Ten oorlog! Ja!
Klaar. Ten oorlog. Commando? Commando? Klaar. Ja. Ik ga. Ja. Ten ja.
Ja! Ja! Klaar! Oké! Ja! Aanvallen! Ja. Klaar! Ten oorlog! Oké!
Ik voel me nu wat
Ja,
sterker.
ik ga.
Ten oorlog. Klaar. Ja, oké.
Aanvallen.
Ja. 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 Ja.
Ja! Ja! Aanvallen! Ja! Ja! Aanvallen!
Commando.
Klaar! Ja! Commando? Oké, ik ga. Ja. 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 Kom. Ja. Klaar.
Commando.
Aanvallen. Ja. Ja. Commando. Aanvallen! Commando. Ik ga! Commando. Ten oorlog! Ja. Aanvallen! Klaar. Ten oorlog! Klaar. Ik ja. Ten oorlog! Ja. Aanvallen! Ja.
Commando waar.
Commando. Commando. Ja. Commando. Commando. Ja. Aanvallen! Ja. Ja.
Ja.
Ik ja. Aanvallen! Commando. Ja. Ten oorlog! Ja. Ja. Aanvallen! Ja. Oh. Ik ga. Commando. Ja. Ik ga. Ten oorlog. Commando. Ja.
Klaar. Aanvallen. Ik handelaar.
Klaar. Ja. Klaar. Ja. Ten oorlog. Ja. Aanvallen. Commando. Aanvallen.
Commando. Klaar.
Aanvallen. Ja. Ten oorlog.
Commando. Juist.
Commando.
Hallo. Oké, ik ga. Ja.
Klaar. Commando. Oké. Aanval. Ten oorlog. Ik ga. Ja, ik ga. Ja, oké.
Klaar. Commando. Ik ga. Oké.
Ja. Ja, ik ga. Ja, ja.
Ja. Oké. Ja.
Aanvallen. Klaar. Ja. Ten ja. Commando. Ik ja.
Ja. Commando. Klaar. Oké. Ja. Ja. Oké. Ja. Ja?
Klaar. Commando. Ten oorlog.
Klaar.
I'm sure I'll be able to handle you for a little longer. But in the interest of saving time, I hereby offer to quit in your favor. Is that acceptable?